what's going on? Tape, dog. Big 240. 168-pound David, soaking wet. About to show you guys how to do it. Midnight workout. Yep, that's how we look at midnight. Probably don't look that way at 4 o'clock in the morning, though. Come on, baby. You put some ass cheek in this, you can get it up. Trust that motherfucker. Come on, baby. There you go. Come on. Come on, that motherfucker. There you go. Look at that shit. Come on, come on. One more. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, do it. Oh. There you go. Come on.
So, as you can see, I got out of shape. The difference between me and you is, I know how to get back into shape. This isn't a documentary on how to get buff. I've been there and done that. This is a step-by-step documentary on how to eat healthy, properly exercise, and lose weight and get toned. Most people you see on YouTube are on performance-enhancing drugs, such as steroids, pro-hormones, fat burners, pretty much anything your body doesn't need or is not meant to take. I'm going to prove to you that in 30 days anybody can do this with my step-by-step daily log of proper nutrition and exercise. Get ready, here it comes. Rule number 1, you have to stop eating junk food. Not only is it bad for you because it's high in unneeded calories, fat, carbs, and starches, it's high in sodium, which adds water weight to you that causes you to look fatter than you really are. Rule number 2, you have to quit drinking, or at least cut it down to once a week. Be mindful of what you drink. Try vodka if you're not sure. That's some of the cleanest alcohol you can consume. Rule number 3, no more energy drinks. For the first week of working out, you're gonna be tired. But there's a huge selection of natural energy boosters out there, coffee being one of them. Rule number 4, you have to learn to eat healthy and consume the proper amounts of water. Drinking water throughout the day will not only flush the toxins out of your system, it'll keep you from overeating, which causes you to store unnecessary fat, sodium, calories, etc. I'll show you all this in my step-by-step video, the kind of foods I eat, where I shop to eat healthy, and as well as advice from professionals. Alright, you guys ready? Let's head into day 1.
Okay, so the first week of the 30-day skinny fat challenge, you want to make sure that you're concentrating on your diet, your water consumption, and light workouts. You want to make sure you can do this in your house. So you want to make sure you're doing like light push-ups, lunges, sit-ups, leg lifts, pull-ups, find some stairs. If you have a gym, go to the gym, do it lightly. Questions for extra protein. You want extra protein? Make sure you get the cleanest protein possible. Some of these proteins have so many fillers in them, it's actually worse for you than as if you didn't even take the protein. One of my favorites is Lean Complex. I like Pro-Peptide protein. They break down really good. You can pretty much stir them up with a spoon in a cup of water. And for the first week, when you start changing your diet, your body, believe it or not, is gonna go into like a detox shock from all the carbs that you were consuming, all the calories that you were consuming, all the high sodium stuff. Your body is being drained of it. It's so used to having that amount of calories and carbs and sodium that when you take that away from your body, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be drained. Just keep pumping some coffee in you, get, some good smoothies going, start making some smoothies. But just do know that 3 to 4 days afterwards, you're gonna be back to normal, your energy level's gonna go up. I went through the same thing a couple days ago, so I was just really drained, I was tired, but now I'm back, everything's good. Week number 1, concentrate on your food. Week number 2, we're gonna start hitting the gym.
Low sodium healthy breakfast tip 101.
So this is ready egg. It's 99.9% egg. Don't ask me what the other percentage is, but it's really good for you. It's low in cholesterol, which I like because I eat a lot of eggs, like this brown rice here. Now it's amazing, but that's some dry shit. Most of the water weight that you have on your body, to you think it's fat. It's not. If you cut the majority of sodium out of your body, you're gonna lose a lot of water weight.
Healthy dinner tip 101. 1. Sometimes one of the biggest confusions today is how to shop for cheap and healthy. Shopping healthy doesn't have to weigh on your pocketbook. You have to make sure you go to the right stores and look at the right sales. Now everybody knows one of the best proteins you can consume is chicken. Make sure you get lots of chicken. Low to no sodium spices. When you're frying your chicken, make sure you use pan spray, or at worst, 1/4 of a teaspoon of coconut oil. That's it. Also, make sure you use paper towels to dab off the excess oil off the chickens. Make sure you choose the vegetables that are going to give your chicken the best flavor. You can also par fry these in pan. Not only does this add good flavor to your chicken, it also adds good color to your plating. Kind of like a morale booster. And you know, a little bit of grilled asparagus ain't never hurt nobody. Put a lid on it, let it cook. Start setting that plate for the final product and you'll see what I mean by morale booster. Last but not least, the notorious red potatoes, high in carbs. Red potatoes are high in carbs and starches, but you can eat them. Make sure you only put about 1/4 of a cup on your plate and you'll be good. Now that's a sexy ass dinner if you ask me. For cheap! In the midst of watching your nutrition plan, there's a couple of things that get mistakenly overlooked. If you want to effectively lose weight and maintain a healthy lifestyle, you must watch 2 things: sodium and sugar. High sodium enlarges fat cells, hence making you feel and look fat. It also leads to high blood pressure, obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. Your ideal intake is around 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams. That may sound like a lot, but 1 teaspoon of salt is 2,300 milligrams. You want to sprinkle a couple teaspoons of Lawry's on your food? That's 3,040 milligrams. Then you still have your regular foods, seasonings, sauces, and drinks that may be overloaded with sodium. So, what do you do? 1. Read your nutrition labels and look for no or low sodium. 2. Season your foods with natural herbs like rosemary, thyme, lemongrass, pepper, etc. And or Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash is a great seasoning for your foods. 3. Eat natural and fresh and stay away from processed or stored foods. Just like you, I have a budget, a busy lifestyle, and my own vices. I do most of my shopping for greens at Trader Joe's. Spinach is $1.99 a bag, and it serves me at least 5 times generously. Most bags don't go over $2.99, so you'll have plenty of greens to eat, and for really cheap. They don't charge by pound, they charge by package. Also, don't underestimate the 99-cent store. They're coming out with some really good organic fruits and vegetables. Take the time to go over there and look at the items that they're selling. It's very important that we shop for the best quality foods within our budget. Do your research online before you go over to the grocery store. Also, don't be afraid to check out the ads and papers. You might need to shop at a few stores in order to save a couple pennies, but I can guarantee you it all adds up. One of the best ways to get your water is to go to the store and buy a Brita water filter. You can buy the pitchers or the ones that connect to the sink. You'll be drinking a lot of water and that's going to cost you major amounts of money. So make sure you invest the $20 ahead of time. Just get yourself a Brita. Right here's a chart to show you how to properly portion your food. As you can see, the greens is major. Your proteins come next. Your greens are a major part of your diet. Also your proteins. You need proteins and you need greens. You need grains also. Between your grains, your almonds, walnuts, and your greens, they will bring you fiber. You see that red on the very end? Let's go ahead and knock that out. You won't be using that for about 15 days. Now that you've got the eating and light workout routine down, let's take you to the nutrition shop, show you what you need to get.
What up, man?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How you doing, brother?
Welcome to Nate's Muscle Market, one of the very few true nutrition shops in the South Bay. When he puts you on a product, do know that you're getting your money's worth when you purchase it. I've been on Nate's products for years and I stand by them 100%. Now that we're about to do some shopping, I'm going to let Nate, being the professional, explain to you the benefits of these products and why it's essential for your skinny fat diet.
First off, I mean, mainly if you're doing it natural, is let's do a real clean protein to start. Obviously, leaning out's the biggest thing we want to go, so we don't want something high calorie. The Lean Complex 8 is rated as one of the top proteins in the nation. Biggest reason is because of its purity levels. It's upper 90s as far as purity.
Okay.
Most of the renowned brands come in like 70th percentile, so really low. And purity just means you're going to like absorb more and utilize more of it, and that's really what it's about. How much protein's going to get to where it needs to be.
Okay.
Again, it's 8 sources of protein when you're doing in something like this. It's only 2 carbs and 1 sugar, so really lean and clean, only 150 calories. And because of those 8 sources of protein, you're going to get time delivery. You're going to get your quick chains like your whey proteins in there. You're going to get your longer chains like caseins, different forms of casein proteins. Egg albumin, which pushes it even further. Colostrum, collagen, glutamine peptides. This has everything in it. So it's going to give you about close to 5 hours worth of sustained delivery to the body.
Nice.
So your goal with protein is to bridge you from meal to meal with that sustained delivery. A lot of guys are just doing whey proteins. That's in and out of the muscle in less than an hour, so it's just not giving you the support you actually need. Okay. Again, only 150 calories, 2 carbs, 1 sugar, 34 grams of protein per scoop, so you only need a scoop each time you do this. So this small one here too is going to have 34 shakes in it that way.
Nice.
Okay. Comes in different flavors. I got vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. You might have a caramel or something in here, but if you go with vanilla, you can blend it and add stuff to it too. That's very important. I'm also going to show you a Sport Formula multivitamin. That's a powder, so you can put that in with your shake as well once a day. And that'll give you your vitamins, minerals, amino acids, digestive enzymes, and it's got a B complex for energy in it as well.
Nice.
So you're going to get kind of everything out of that. So those would be the main things. Protein, vitamins. Another good thing that you want to include is your essential fatty acids. Your good fats are going to help you to burn bad fats.
Okay.
But they help with a laundry list of stuff. They're definitely going to help build muscle too, recover muscle. But they help with heart health, brain function, hair, skin, and nails. Just like I said, a laundry list of things that will do good for you.
Like an omega-3?
Yeah, but omega-3 is just fish oil. So if I put you on a complex, you're going to get not just the omega-3s, but you're going to get the 6 and 9 too. And those will come from all kinds of great foods. Avocados, olive oils, eggs, fish, raw nuts or nut butters. You're going to get all of that out of a complex type of one.
Okay, nice.
So that would cover kind of what I call the core 4. That's a good protein, a good multivitamin, again, preferably a powder as opposed to a pill because we want you to get the delivery from it. Your glutamine.
And the powder, does it break down quicker? Does it absorb
Yeah, well,
quicker?
it's going to absorb better with the powder. The biggest thing to stay away from with vitamins, some of the renowned ones out there are going to be pressed pills, like hard-shaped pills. Your body just doesn't break those down. You're able to break off enough layers to change the color of your urine, and everybody sees that when they do multivitamins. But it's never going to break down completely so that you get everything it says is in it. With the powder, as soon as it hits your mouth, it's starting to absorb.
Okay.
The Sport Formula multivitamin that I'm talking about too, that can actually just be taken sublingually. You have a membrane under your tongue. You just pour that under your tongue, hold it there for a minute or so, and it's going to absorb right into the bloodstream that way.
Oh, okay.
But rather than even doing that, I just like to throw it in with my morning shake. I do that for my wife as well. That seems to work out really well.
Nice.
So yeah, let me show you those other products too.
Okay.
This is the Sport Formula multivitamin here. It does come in a capsule, a liquid, or a powder. These are 30 powder packets. I always recommend them. I mean, you see the price is the same on everything.
Yeah.
But again, with that powder, you're going to get the best absorption. Even a liquid has to sit in preservatives, so I don't feel it's as fresh. It's almost like losing potency once it's in a liquid form. And if you think about it, minerals are like metals. They're sitting in a fluid or water type of form.
Yeah.
It's almost like rusty metal. So I give people options. I still think that liquid's going to be better than a cap or a hard-pressed pill, but I'll always push powder over that, again, just for those ideals alone.
Okay.
Again, all your vitamins, minerals, all your amino acids, all your digestive enzymes, which is going to help you utilize all your nutrients and food that you are taking in better to help with recovery, building muscle, and burning fat.
Okay.
And then the B complex will give you natural energy as opposed to a stimulant type of energy.
And this will be definitely recommended for anybody who wants vitamins, like daily vitamins.
Exactly. That would be considered your one-a-day multivitamin.
Nice.
Okay. And giving you more than most of the other ones do that are out there on the market today.
Definitely.
Okay.
Nice.
So bring that to, let me show you. This is the essential fatty acid complex I was telling you about too. Real simple. Okay, again, it's called EFA Extreme. The biggest thing, again, is not just doing, like I have omega fish oils, but that, again, is just omega-3.
Okay.
Why get a product that's going to give you the benefit of one of the omegas as opposed to a product that's going to give you the benefit of all three, 6, and 9. It'll come from all the foods you need to help burn fat and build muscle too.
Nice,
okay.
nice.
So this kind of covers, again, all those core 4. Protein, glutamine peptides in here, your Volt multivitamin, and your essential fatty acids. That's your core 4 foundation. That's a way to stay lean and clean, completely natural. You could take it at any age, really. I don't care if you're 13, 14, or if you're 90. These products are safe and clean for everybody to take.
Nice. So this would be a great foundation for people to start with.
Exactly.
Exactly. Awesome, dude.
Okay.
All right. That's it, man. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I think that's it.
Fitness by Deshaun. Not only have I known him for years, he's one of the best South Bay personal trainers that you can come to for your fitness assessments and personal training. Most personal trainers care more about the money and less about the individual. If you want a trainer, make sure you find one that actually cares about the job they do. Now let's check out how much body fat and weight I've lost in the past 2 weeks.
Just be natural. Okay. Now I'm gonna have your arms up to the side. I'm gonna have you place that around your nipples for me. Go ahead. And then arms down to the side. And relax. Okay.
Nice.
171 and a half. 171 and a half.
What was it? 170. What was it? 174? 175. Just 2 days ago.
Look at you. Age.
Ooh.
He said, do I want to say that live?
35.
35. So I'm going to have you hold this thumbs up and arms extended a little bit higher than the heart.
Okay. Thumbs up?
Yes. And see what it says. Not bad, 16.4. But I'm gonna do one more. Okay. Gonna have you face front again. And then arms straight down to the side. I'll start with your bicep. Let's see if I can pinch anything off of there. Now your tricep. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to have you put your arm behind your back, and I'm going to lean you back a little bit. And I'm going to get right up under your scapula. Stand up straight for me. Let's see if your shirt's register or anything. And it does. And then one more. I'm going to have you put your arms straight out to the front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up your hip until I feel the top of your hip bone, and then I'm going to pinch in. There we go, right there. Okay. Done with that. We'll get started with our workout today.
100% my body fat.
I cashed out just off that little bit.
Hey, that's what I do. That's what I do.
Fitness assessment, man.
That's what
Fitness
I do.
by Deshaun.
That's
right.
I am at 528 South Pacific, San Pedro, in between 5th and 6th. Been here for a while, plan on being here for a while. Drop by and see me. First one's always on me. If you want to decide to go on, we'll talk about prices. But other than that, come see me, come talk to me, and we'll make it happen from there.
Now if you watched the first video, you know this photo. I'm going to superimpose this photo with my new photo from day 16. It's not drastic when I superimpose it, but when I click it back and forth, you'll be able to see what a 14-pound loss looks like. So I'm getting questions on how to make smoothies. Here's a basic breakfast smoothie starter kit for you. First off, start with about 8 ounces of water. Water's good, right? Now work your way into about 1 to 2 ounces of kefir. And a handful of berries with an easier way to open the bag. Next, you start with the spinach. Then you hit that kale. From there, you get the lean complex protein. Then you end with the banana. This takes 30 to 50 seconds to blend, so find something to do till then.
Con los terroristas.
Okay, how about wash a dish instead?
I think it's done.
If I'm not taking a protein shake upon waking up, I'm making my smoothie. You need to have nutrition in you upon waking up. That gets your metabolism going.
Really easy. And that right there is more greens than you'll probably consume in 2 days. Happy breakfast. Damn, that's good.
Here's a quick lunch tip for the typical fish lover. Start off with 4 ounces of salmon. Now you can fillet the salmon skin off on the chopping board, or you can fry it skin down and it peels right off when the salmon's finished.
And then,
Make sure you don't forget that pan.
and then,
Make sure that if you have salmon with the skin on it, you put it skin down so it cooks off. Garlic smoke. Mrs. Dash salt substitute. Salt substitute's awesome, but don't overdo it. When you have your salmon on medium heat, you should be able to cut up all your vegetables. By the time you're done, your salmon should be finished.
and then,
Bell peppers. Now red and green bell peppers add a great flavor to your meats. Doesn't matter if it's salmon, it could be tilapia, it could be chicken, it even could be steak. Guys, if you don't know how to cook,
You're gonna learn today.
when salmon's fresh, it only needs about 5 minutes cooking on each side. Now don't clean your pan. Use the juices from the salmon to flavor your vegetables.
and then,
Now you can do the pan flipping method. You can flip it with a spatula, or you can use tongs and do the old pinch and roll.
and then,
Man, now tell me that don't look good. This is a simple, easy recipe to cook, not to mention the price. Oh, and the sodium.
Alright, alright, alright.
Damn, where'd that fat go? Must be the sodium. Another request I get is how to make low sodium pasta. How do you make a spaghetti type pasta that's low sodium and still tastes good? Well, I'm gonna show ya. Never forget the pan. 99% fat free, only 55 milligrams of sodium. Garlic, Mrs. Dash, and the big boss. And pepper. Sprinkle it all on, man. Don't even forget the smoke. Put every spice you got that's non-sodium on that bad boy. Jalapenos. Now with these, you want to make sure you don't go pee and you don't wipe your eyes before you wash your hands at least 3 times. Trust me, you only need one unless you can handle more heat. You can use shallots or you can use onions, or you can use both. Get that orzo cooking. Zucchini's always a good addition to your pasta sauce. Celery is one of my favorite vegetables, but you can choose any vegetable that you want. Whichever one's your favorite, chop it up, throw it in there. Now remember, you can eat vegetables all day long. The notorious bell pepper. Yeah, boy. You know me and my bell peppers, man. That adds a great flavor to your sauce. And you can't finish up without some fresh parsley. You can add more salt substitute also. That's right, once again, Trader Joe's. If you can only smell what you're looking at right now, you'd understand that there's not much of a difference in flavor once you've gotten most of the sodium out of your system. Once you put the cooked orzo in, you got yourself a complete dinner. It's a dinner you can even impress your girl with, you little chef you.
Its story is as old as the story of life on Earth. It has played a vital role in man's history, his religion, his customs. It has influenced the founding of cities and nations, shaped the fate of empires. The ancient Greeks worshipped it no less than the sun, and Plato called it a substance dear to the gods. In order to safeguard it, the Romans constructed one of the greatest military roads of all time. The lack of it brought disaster to Napoleon's legions in the historic retreat from Moscow, and thousands died. It played an important role in the war between the states. It is blood. According to mythology, the sky god struck fire into the heavens. A spark from the blaze fell here into the sea, creating the fifth element. Geologists tell us it found its way here, deposited by ancient. This is the white wonder, the element of the ancients. And this is how we know it best. This is salt, often unseen, unrecognized, but there to serve you and yours with the indispensable crystals of life.
Now that you've seen this, let's hear from some of the most knowledgeable doctors that I know of today.
Hey man, I'm going to talk to y'all about high sodium diets, building muscle. It's not going to affect you in building muscle. It ain't going to affect you at all. It will give you a heart attack over time though, because all that damn sodium is going to make your arteries like brittle, right? It's going to make them real hard, right? They ain't going to be all loose and flimsy. It's going to get all tight. You're going to be doing something very strenuous. That going to pop. You're going to bleed out inside your chest. All this here, right? All this up here in your cage gonna start snapping up, right? You went, man,
yeah, it's gonna lead to cardiovascular disease.
What the man? This all this snapping up, right? Then you just gonna drop dead right there where the you at. Whatever activity you was doing, whoever's around you is gonna be spazzing, right? So like this.
Oops, that's my idiot file. Here's the real one.
Sodium is one of those things that people have a lot of questions about, particularly my cardiovascular patients. How much should you have in a day? No more than a teaspoon. That's the general recommendation for adults in the Western world, is no more than a teaspoon. And that's extra salt. That's the extra salt you find in processed foods. That's the salt you put on at the dinner table. That's the salt you cook with. It's not naturally occurring salt that you might find, for example, in a piece of salmon. This is the extra salt that gets added during processing. So what do most people get? Most people get at least half again as much. So they're getting one of these plus half again as much. And there are people that are having 4 and 5 times this. When you're looking at the back of that label, the label on most of those foods are going to show you salt in milligrams. And this is another one of those places where people get really confused. Well, what's a teaspoon and what's a milligram? A teaspoon is going to be roughly 2,300 milligrams. So that's 2.3 grams. So when you're looking on the back of that label, you want to be sure that, no single serving on that label is even like a third of that, especially if you're looking at eating your 3 meals or taking those 3 meals and dividing them into 6. You want to be thinking about that in terms of divisions, not in terms of, oh, well, I can have it because it's 2,000 milligrams in one serving. No, it's 2,300 milligrams for the whole day. The more salt you have, the more salt you need to taste salt. So try backing off a bit and really paying attention, and I think you'll use less.
Now, I know what you're thinking. I've always been pro-health, but no. I'm gonna show you a video right now from 09 of Fried Top Ramen 101.
Alright, I'm gonna get some ramen right now. We have chicken and we have shrimp. Alright, so which one is your favorite? I like shrimp. That's the best one. You can add all kinds of good stuff to shrimp. Alright, so chances are we will take we're gonna take it all. We want to make sure that we have enough ramen to cook what we want to cook. So hey, we're scoring, right? So let's purchase it really quick. Yes, all of it.
We're gonna show you how to cook Ramen 101. I got a big old smile on my face. This is a meal of kings right here. We're gonna show you all how to do that ghetto cooking right now.
We have the bacon in the pan. We gotta add butter to it. Now we're gonna take the ramen, shrimp, chicken. We're gonna put the chicken flavoring in. Some more chicken, some more shrimp. We're gonna make sure we stir it up. Nice, beautiful close up on that. We're gonna take the noodles. Bam, bam.
I'm just gonna go ahead and sort of chop it up because it's all gonna be sticking together. Just let it right on out to the plate. That'll be static because I'm bigger, so I get a little more.
So that meal lasted me 2 hours before I was hungry again. And in comes the sodium troops.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? You know what I'm about to eat? McDonald's! Yeah, 2 bags. And a chocolate chip frappe. Oh yeah, a large size. Yeah, let me see what I got at this McDonald's. 20-piece chicken nugget! What else? Let me see the other bag. Large fries, of course. Large fries. 1 McDouble, 2 McDoubles, 3 McDoubles. Damn, I haven't even ate yet. I'm starting to cough. To my knees, I can't get that big Mac calling me. I love, ooh, I'm loving it and it feels alright. McDonald's, ooh, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, yeah, ooh, I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, yeah, McDonald's, what I want, McDonald's, number 1, number 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 you got it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, gotta get it, Big Mac, cheeseburger, hot fry, a large fry, a large shake, I want it, I want it, I want it, sweet tea, gotta be sweet, sweet tea, ooh, I'm loving it and it feels alright, McDonald's, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, yeah, McDonald's. Hello, folks.
What do you think is gonna happen?
I think David Manley is gonna go down to 6% body fat.
I don't know about that, though.
Where were you before?
I was at 17% body fat.
All right, let's shoot for 10.
170.
Let's hope that he gets to 10% today.
171 and a half. That was
and now
my
you're
weight.
164?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Ready?
I'm ready, man.
Okay. Head straight for me.
Give me good news.
Okay. Nice. Okay, arms out to the side. And place that around your nipples for me. Arms down to the side. There we go.
There is no magic pill that you can take in order to drop weight. You have to eat right. You have to eat clean. All of these diet regimens that Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, Atkins, all these other companies who make money off of you, these diets are designed to fail so that you'll come back and they can make more money off of you. These diets are set up to make you look like you failed, when in fact the food that they were feeding you is crap. If I wanted MREs, I'd go to my local Army surplus store and buy them myself. I bet you they're probably more nutritious than the ones Jenny Craig's pumping out to you. The funny thing about my routine is I didn't deprive myself of anything that my body didn't need. I started this documentary off at 185 pounds at 20% body fat. I weighed in with Deshaun 15 days ago at 171.5 at 17% body fat. I only worked out twice a week, and I did it in the privacy of my own home with body weight workouts. As you can see, I'm a little anxious myself to find out what the difference is. Did I make my quota of 20 pounds, my guesstimate? Here's the final curtain call.
Okay. All done. I'm gonna add some numbers up, and then we will have your total. Okay. From the first measurements to this measurements, you lost 8.2% body fat.
8.2%?
8.2% body fat. You lost inches everywhere. From the first time we did the measurements, you lost a ½ inch in your neck. You lost 3/4 of an inch in your chest. Your bicep actually went up 1/4. Your waist went down 2 inches. Your hip went down 1.5 inches. And your thigh went down 1.25 inches.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry, 2 3/4 inches.
So from the last time that I got...
From the last time you did the measurements to now.
Last time I had the weigh-in, I was 171.5.
And you're 164.6.
So that right there's...
almost 7 pounds.
7 pounds. And that's from a total of 185
to 164.
When I started.
So that's 21 pounds.
That's a pound over what I expected.
21 pounds.
When you lower your sodium, you lower your sugar, people don't realize that they're automatically lowering their calories, they're lowering their proteins, and they're lowering the carbs and fat. When you look at your shopping cart, at the end of you shopping, when you go to the check stand, if you look down at your shopping cart, after searching for low to no sodium foods, it's going to look like a health food cart.
Exactly.
What do you think about Atkins?
I mean, like you said, unless you're a carnivore, you know, meat. But you need vegetables, you need fruits, you need, you know, some fats, you need carbohydrates, and that's not Atkins.
What do you believe about the daily recommended by doctors sodium intake of 2,300 milligrams? Do you feel that's too much?
That's quite a bit. We don't eat that much salt.
What would you say if I said that I didn't really exceed past 700 milligrams?
If you eat the right way, if you eat clean, raw meats, raw vegetables, raw fruits, you're going to be about 700. You start eating things that are processed, yeah, you're going to get close to that 2,300, most likely over. You go to any of these restaurants who say, oh, you know, on my chicken salad or whatever, check the sodium. It's high. It's high. Oh, but it's a chicken salad. But they season and salt the heck out of it. So, like I said, cook it yourself, make it yourself, get it raw, and you'll be fine.
So what do you think about the outcome, man?
Oh, I'm, like you said, McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Yes. I hope the rest of my clients do see this because, like I said, you didn't do anything crazy. Nothing you did was like, oh my God, he did that?
Matter of fact, I met one of your clients.
Yeah, she did. She told me. Yes, Angelina. But yeah, it's, you know, like you said, regular stuff. You worked out a couple times a week. You ate clean. You got your rest. You drank your water. 21 pounds later. 8% body fat. Inches all over the place. And that was just a month.
Speaks for itself. I mean, really, if you look at it, come get a close-up here. It speaks for itself. Now, I'm not as buff as I used to be, but it's not about working out. You know, it's not about trying to gain a bunch of muscle. This is about losing weight and feeling better. Next, you can work on building your muscle.
The brains of obese people respond differently to food. In the reward center of their brain, when they see palatable food, Some parts of the brain light up a lot more, the wanting part. But for the liking part, once they taste the food, it's blunted. It's not like they're getting more pleasure reward, it's that they're getting less. It's like living with an urge you can't satisfy, and which causes them to eat more and drink more in order to achieve that sense of satisfaction. Sugar has the same effect on the pleasure receptors in your brain as all major drugs that you become addicted to and withdraw from. Food can be just like a drug to certain people who have certain dispositions to addiction. We live in a thinking generation. Somewhere along the line we lost the connection between the mind and the body, confusing our wants for our needs. We think too much yet know too little about the human body. We rely more on companies who offer services for a fee rather than somebody who gives knowledge for nothing. We think that by giving them money we work hard for, that is somehow a contract guaranteeing a better outcome, when in fact, the only thing they care about is the money you're giving them. In return, they give you a bunch of frozen entrees packed full of sodium and sugar. Happy eating, sucker. We'll see you in 3 more weeks for another $600. You don't believe me? Open your fridge, go in your freezer, and look at the back of the nutrition facts of that frozen entree, and you tell me if that's nutritious. You just paid all kinds of money for that, when you could have saved that money and went to the grocery store and shopped fresh. If you're 20 to 40 pounds overweight, and that's not muscle you're packing, you are obese. I talk to people all day long who make excuses on why they can't lose weight. Number 1 excuse, I think it's my thyroid. Here we go with the thinking again. Why do we get offended when people tell us we're getting fat? We take it as an insult when we should take it as constructive criticism. I was almost 20 pounds overweight. That means I was obese. Do you think my friends that actually cared about me in my circle just sat back and didn't say a word about it? I'm no better than anybody else. As you see in the beginning of this documentary, I can easily slip into the same things that everybody else does in this country. 40% of Americans in this country are obese. Why is the United States the most obese country? Well, look around you. It's all about convenience. People tend to chase after convenience, and when they do chase after convenience, they get fat. And when they get fat, they don't know how to change it. And that's where thinking and knowing makes all the difference. Educate yourself on food. Lower your sodium and lower your sugar. If you need tips, message me and I will answer back. Make sure you subscribe. Support the people that help you for free. And don't forget to spread the knowledge.